everybody, today I'm going to do a video about my Lolita wardrobe. I'd hoped to have my studio all changed around by now and I would have had my new tailor's dummy up. Unfortunately that hasn't happened because my boyfriend hurt his back and I can't really move cabinets and stuff around on my own. Like, I have an absolutely massive wardrobe I've just had to move. But, you know, that's beside the point and everything. So I have everything hung up on my picture rail today so I can show you. The first piece I'm going to show you is my Rose Melody Rosa Crucifix corset dress. This was the first piece of Lolita I ever bought. Still love the embroideries on it. It's still quite a gorgeous dress, it just doesn't fit me anymore. I've lost quite a lot of weight since I bought this and it's kind of like a tent on me now. And I had thought about altering it, but I would have real trouble with the bodice because it isn't like I can just take it in with it being boned. I would need to change all of the boning channels and everything. So I'm thinking that I might just take the top part off and make it into quite a big poofy skirt. This is actually quite long on me, which is a little strange actually in Lolita, because usually Lolita is a little short on me because I'm almost 6 foot tall. But this one goes past my knees, which is kind of cool because it's nice to have something that is a little long as opposed to a little short. This is my Alexandria fabric JSK and a modified work blouse I used to wear when I worked for the WWF, as in the animal charity, not the wrestling people. So many people brought that up when I worked for them. It was ridiculous, like, but I'd have to grit my teeth and smile and act like I'd never heard it before because, you know, I have to make the charity look good and everything. So yeah, anyway, besides that weird point, I used to have to wear a suit every day, and so I had a round coloured blouse, and when I stopped working for them I thought, you know, this will look quite good with Lolita. So it has puffed sleeves and a round collar, so, you know, I just added 2 press studs to the top so that the top wouldn't gape open. The JSK I made myself. It was the first JSK I ever made. I have a few fit issues with the straps on the top. I made them slightly too long and they drop down a little bit sometimes. So I made sure not to do that again when I made another JSK. Unfortunately, that is being washed right now, so I can't show you my second JSK I made, but I have posts about it on Sololi if you're really interested. I printed my own fabric for that one. But this one is, of course, Alexander Henry skull fabric. I know the red one is around a lot, but I found a bolt of this blue one and I thought, oh, that's a pretty, kind of want it. So I bought a few meters and I made this. This is the 10p that I own. It was a gift from a friend who doesn't really know that much about Lolita a few years back. I think it's via Cinderella Dream World from some Taobao reseller. I'm not 100% sure though, because she didn't make a note of where it came from. I'm about 99% sure it's not Milano because it's quite well made and it has really nice lace on it. I quite like it, but because it's a replica and I'm not so fond of replicas, I don't really wear it a lot. I tend to wear it when I'm shopping actually, as in grocery shopping. I was a little sort of iffy about it first with it being a replica, but you know, I'm not gonna turn a gift horse down, you know what I mean? It was a gift, so I'm not gonna be funny about it, you know? So yeah, that's my 10p. This is my high-necked surface spell blouse and my absolute pride and joy, my Dark Fairy Tales JSK from Forever in Black. The blouse, it's a little short in the sleeves, which initially was a bit strange, but then I found that for a short while in the reign of Queen Victoria, that slightly weird sleeve lengths were a thing. So I was like, it's kind of historical, yay! So that's how I get around having slightly short sleeves. It's actually one of my favourite blouses, despite the weird sleeve length. I really like wearing high neck things, I think they're pretty. Yeah, that's about all I can say about that blouse. As for my JSK, this was a custom order from Forever in Black. It has embroideries all around it. It has a shoe on the bodice there, and a little Red Riding Hood and Rapunzel and some castles and stuff around the bottom. I have another video about this on my YouTube if you want to go and have a look, where it's worn and you can see it. I wore these two together at the Meraluna Festival for the Sunday this last year, and I got snapped by a couple of German webzines, including Unart, wearing it, which was kind of cool because I've never been photographed by German webzines before, and I've been to a fair few events in Germany now. So I was quite chuffed with that, and you know, I just love this dress anyway. It was a custom order. I saw the embroideries online, and I knew that Pandemonium, who runs Forever in Black, had an embroidery machine, and I was like, please put these on JSK for me. She picked the fabric colour out. I never would have thought grey would have been the colour that suited me, and then it did. And actually, I think it's making me sort of push myself a little towards classic, which is something I never thought I'd do. This is an off-brand blouse that I've had since way before I got into Lolita. The coat hanger is kind of making it look like a tank top right now, but it's not. It has little calf poofy sleeves. It's a lovely aubergine colour, and I've worn it with this JSK a couple of times. This is the Surface Spell Underbust JSK Cathedral Underbust JSK. It's very pretty and it's incredibly well made. It's actually probably the best made dress in my wardrobe, bar the Forever in Black one. The only issue I have with it is it's way too short on me. As I mentioned earlier, I'm almost 6 foot. And you know, a little bit above the knee and I'm fine with, but this sort of just covers my thighs. So I very rarely wear this as Lolita. I tend to just wear it as general goth. This is a little silk velvet jacket with a mandarin collar that I bought in Armstrong's vintage clothing shop in Edinburgh. I know there's a couple of those. It was the one off Grassmarket near, I think the pub's called The Last Drop In. It's a very good pub. Love the place. Really miss Edinburgh. I haven't been in so long. And the dress is a handmade JSK that a friend of mine made for me. It's a little, it doesn't have a huge amount of poof, but it has more poof than oh, there's my cat. Hello, Stir Fry. It has more poof than my Surface Spell JSK, and that was meant as Lolita, so I don't know, it kind of works. And it's pretty, and I like it. These two pieces are both vintage. The skirt has absolutely amazable amounts of poof. It is a silk velvet again. I'm not sure where this one came from actually. My mum gave it to me. I don't think it was hers though. I guess maybe she bought it at a vintage shop thinking of me. And it's very pretty and I wear it quite a lot as casual. The blouse, I tend to wear this one with skirts, and I usually put like a large belt or a corset between them to give it more of a nice look. This is a vintage hand-me-down from my mother. It used to be white, but when she stored it, she left a safety pin where there was a missing button, and it had this weird rust stain that we couldn't get off, and I'm like, you know, it seems such a shame to chuck a perfectly good blouse when it just has a little tiny stain on it, so we dyed it, and this was the result. It has some really pretty embroidery on it. I'm going to get a little closer and hope you can see it. It has some very pretty vines down the side of the buttons and these really pretty flowers. Because it's sleeveless, I don't tend to wear this one with JSK. I only usually wear it with skirts because I think sleeveless blouses look a little strange with JSKs. This is a vintage blouse that my friend from university gave me when she's getting rid of some of the older things out of her wardrobe. And the skirt is one I handmade. The way it's hanging, it looks kind of not poofy, but honestly it has the most poof out of everything I've ever made. It is a little bit inspired by Strawberry Switchblade. It's not my best work ever, but I tend to wear it as casual sometimes when I go shopping because I like to wear Lolita as much as possible. And yeah, that's these two. This is another handmade skirt of mine, and this top is also vintage. The top isn't hugely Lolita, it's a little low, but I have worn it for Eero cords a few times. I wore it as part of an Eero pirate cord for an accessories photo shoot I did for Forever in Black a few years ago. And the skirt is a handmade one. It's an incredibly high count but very fine cotton that I decided to make into a tiered skirt. It's inspired a little bit by Stigmata, so it's a little bit rougher on the edges, and I love it really. It's probably my favourite thing I've ever made. This is an off-brand blouse that I bought second hand. Peter Pan collar, puff sleeves again. I did wear this for work a few times actually, but well after I bought it. The skirt, again, this is handmade. I made this quite a few years ago now. I have the same problem in that I've lost weight since I made it, so it needs taking in a little bit before I next wear it. Yeah. And now I'm going to show you my corsets. I do have one more blouse left, but unfortunately, like the Aquatic JSK, it's being washed at the moment, so I can't really show it to you. It's a white blouse with hand-crocheted collar and hand-crocheted inserts on it. Again, because I did it myself, there are entries about it on Sololi. If you're that interested, I'm sure you can go look them up. Anyway, this is a black and white striped underbust corset. It was my very first steel-boned corset. It was a present from Pandemonium of Forever in Black a few years ago. Oh wow, it must be nearly 4 years ago now. Wow, that's a while. It's starting to wear a bit now, so it's probably going to need repairing soon and the eyelets replacing, but I've worn it to death pretty much. It has 16, I think, spiral steels in it, and 2 flats at the back, no, 4 flats at the back, and I think there are 2 more flats as well as the closures at the front. I can't remember offhand though. I've worn this a number of times with Lolita, quite often with Eero cords, and again with the pirate cord that I did. This is my most recent addition to my collection. It is a Dracula underbust. It's really cool, I love this one. The Dracula cameo, I don't know if you'll be able to see this properly. It's a little cartoony style Dracula, and he sparkles. Not like Edward Cullen sparkles, but sparkles in a sort of shrouded in mist kind of way. The fabric is black and white. It looks silver in this light, but I promise you it's black and white. Again, this has got steel bones in it, but this doesn't have the front closures. It just has a row of flats instead, so you pull it over your head so that it doesn't disrupt the pattern and you don't have the closure sticking out. This is my favourite corset. It's my Memento Mori underbust. Again, it's Forever in Black one. It's similar to the Dracula corset in that it has a cameo on the front and doesn't have any front fastening. No busk at the front. Again, it has flat steels at the front instead, and spirals most of the way around apart from the back where it has small flats and the eyelets. This one currently doesn't have any lacing in it at the moment. I need to replace the lacing because I also have some accessories in my Lolita collection which I'm not going to show you because I don't want to make this video hugely long. Hopefully by the time this theme rolls around next year, I will have my studio all sorted out. I'll be able to do this on Fifi instead. That's what I'm calling my tailor's dummy. Goodbye!